E aí, legião, tudo bem? Aqui é Starlink. Eu sei, faz um bom tempo, legião. Digo tempo mesmo, muito tempo. É que estava fazendo vestibulares e tal. Eu estou feliz que agora eu estou fazendo vídeo porque eu tive que parar de fazer um monte de coisa. Parei de ler, parei de assistir umas coisas, parei de fazer um monte de coisa. E agora eu a... voltei a fazer vídeo. Mas aqui esse vídeo é só para mostrar que eu estou vivo e tal. E enquanto esse jogo chamado Stanley Parable, que mostrou um cara jogando Stanley Parable, que continua Stanley Parable, que assim sucessivamente. Não se preocupe, eu vou continuar a jogar essas coisas, mas eu vou continuar. Só pra mostrar que eu tô vivo e ainda vou ter que voltar a parar de jogar, porque ainda tem muitas coisas a se fazer. Como você não está respondendo? Como assim? Espere um pouco, já volto. Agora sim, parece que vai desta vez. O quê? Arque. Parece que voltou. Vai. Viu que você estava indo normalmente. Vai. What the hell? Não, você está saindo do lugar. Olha, está indo, legião.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building
Vou
where he
colocar
was
legendas,
employee
legião,
number
caso aconteça qualquer outra
427.
coisa.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he
Vou
pushed
colocar
buttons on
legenda
the
tudo para não ter
keyboard.
ninguém
Orders came to him through a
sair
monitor on
brisando.
the desk,
Quem não sabe
telling him
inglês,
what
ou
buttons
muito
to
bem
push,
inglês.
how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day, every month, of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
Trabalho mais triste.
Was happy.
Ele era feliz com isso.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Espera pouco, vou ver se dá para corrigir. Agora sim. Olha que legal. Olha que legal. Mondays. Eu odeio segundas-feiras. Tá vazio. Ah. Tudo tá vazio, tudo. What? What the hell? Deve ter dado um problema o jogo. Eu já tinha testado esse jogo antes. Begin the game again. Você não falou nada? A gente fala assim que falou com você.
All of his
Agora
coworkers
sim.
were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Provavelmente deve ser feriado e eu vim no feriado. Simplesmente assim. É isso. Olha só, mexendo no Facebook. Desligando. Facebook é mal. Opa! Ai. What? Recebeu alguma coisa. O que é? Não, recebi alguma coisa, eu não sei o que é. Nossa, fechei abrir. What? Essa porta dá pra abrir tudo que é lado. Olha só, essa porta é linda. Bem legal o jogo.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Entrei na minha porta esquerda. Fuck the police.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Sala dos funcionários. Oh.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Ah, ok. Vou beber. Vai! Ah, não funciona.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
É assim, uau, a gente está descansando aqui na sala dos empregados enquanto todos os seus parceiros de trabalho
At
estão
this point,
todos...
Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
A obsessão com essa sala tão grande que...
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Ah, ok, eu vou aqui na sala.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Continuar reto. Eu não quero continuar reto. Dane-se a história. Eu não quero seguir o narrador. Vou fazer minha própria história. Que comece agora. Beautiful. Esse jogo é muito engraçado.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Ok.
Oh, no, it's to the right, man. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
O narrador se perdeu na história.
Let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Eu quero ir para outro lugar. Ok. Eu vou pra aqui. Não é o caminho. Whoa.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler.
Spoiler.
Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Não. Vai recomeçar o jogo. Por que vai recomeçar o jogo? narrador. Sabe que eu sou estão, velho? Começou do zero.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Ah, tem vendo alguma coisa aqui. Seria uma pena se alguém desligasse. Bem feito. Facebook não. É vagabundice quando está trabalhando. Não precisa trabalhar agora.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Or did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or...
No.
Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Vamos por aqui. Esquerda. Direita. Uou. Ops. Vamos por aqui.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Não. Recomeçando a história. Esse cara é muito louco. Ok, de novo. De novo estamos aqui.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Facebook não, já disse. O autor não. Isso, abra dejaneiro. Okay.
It's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Tá tudo fechado. Ah, ok, a gente volta. Então... Tchau, aqui, pô. Não, mas ele tem uma porta aberta, pô. Não dá pra...
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
Ok, vamos...
No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Ok. What?
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
What the fechado?
Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
Eu ganhei,
You put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job. Oh, no. I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time, I have to restart.
Tem que restartar o jogo? Esse jogo tem vários finais, se vocês não sabem, Legião. É um pouco óbvio, porque What?
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable adventure line.
Tenho.
Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Ok. Não vou seguir a linha. Preciso cancelar o download. Agora eu posso continuar. Agora aqui? Nossa, Facebook. Ah, paciência. Tá certo. Isso eu deixo ligado. Paciência é legal, como tá sem internet.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
Certo.
Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me.
Certo,
Now we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct?
Nossa, velho, que tenso.
That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
What the hell? A música. What the hell? La la la.
Cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Espera, é por aqui. Vai ser aqui esse caminho.
Oh no!
Voltamos ao spoiler.
Again, Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Well, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Já tivemos 4, 5 recomeços. Não falar nada? Certo.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Qual? Esse agora eu não sei. Não dá pra puxar fora.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Certo, vamos salvar o mundo. Equipe Rocket. É assim.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Essa linha nos seguindo. Não é legal. Ah, só vai embora, tudo bem.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision.
Certo.
From here, the story is in our control.
Isso
How
mesmo.
important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay. So I know that each door has to lead somewhere. which means that somewhere at the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one.
Ok.
Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley. Our destiny awaits.
Eu quero por aqui. Por que você não abre? Eu quero entrar aqui. Ah, droga. Final confuso. Estou jogando 16 minutos.
You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game eight times?
8 vezes.
That's really
Não tem
how all
mais.
this goes?
É simplesmente um espaço preto.
Determined?
Tudo preto. Enquanto uma
So
loja
now,
de
according to the schedule, I restart again.
ator
Then
se
what?
foi.
Am I
Depois
just
de tempo,
supposed to
Stanley
forget?
morre.
Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall.
Ah, tenta assim no
consulted
sexto.
me.
Tenta fazer uma nova
Why
história.
don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting.
Não, dava
I don't
mesmo.
want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it.
Eu
I
sei, tá
won't
aqui.
do it. And the time return stopped.
What?
Does that mean
O tempo
did
parou?
we do it? Did we break the cycle? The whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
Acho que não.
So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree?
Concordo.
I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey. Though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually.
Ah.
Well, in the meantime...
What? Parece que o jogo acabou. Parece que o jogo... Travou! Ixi, legião. E agora? Travou mesmo. Best ending ever. Ah, espera. Tá indo. Acho que agora acabou o jogo e tá recomeçando do zero. É, acho que acabou agora, né? What?
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure.
Eu fechei a
What if he
porta.
had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
What? Eu fechei a porta. E dá nisso? Eu fecho a porta. É o começo do jogo.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Okay,
Perhaps he had
let's see.
simply missed a memo. Stanley came to a set of 2 open
Ok, agora eu vou
doors, he
para
entered the
essa
door on
porta
his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling
Como
a
se ele
wave
não
of
ser
disbelief,
demitido.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office,
Não seja
hoping he
demitido.
might find an answer there.
Legal. We have graphs about things plus money. Mostrando slides para assegurar que os empregados que tá tudo ok. Ok. Oh, blue closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Isso não me obriga a nada. Vou ficar aqui.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Eu adoro esse lugar. Olha só isso. Tem uma luz e canos.
It
Vassouras.
was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet.
Okay,
He
let's
wasn't
do
even
that.
doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Não sei o que é isso.
Are you really still in the broom closet?
Claro que
Standing
estou.
around doing nothing?
Sim,
Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely
porque
confused.
sou Stanley. Não, porque eu quero alcançar aquilo que eu não consigo alcançar. Eu quero...
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. It
Ok.
didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
Acho que vai precisar acontecer alguma coisa.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching apart. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite." I hope your friends find this consoling.
É claro, esse é o melhor final que tô tendo. O outro você acaba se perdendo totalmente na
Stanley was
história.
fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers. Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. I got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and we're just about to leave because there's nothing here when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. In a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Ok, eu morri mesmo.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
Second player.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Ok, no próximo vídeo desse. Whoa.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Eu não sei qual é a senha. 2845. 2841. Droga. 2842.
Stanley simply began entering random codes into the keypad, knowing full well the sheer statistical unlikelihood that this would ever result in a correct combination. If he knew that the combo was 2845, it would be another story entirely. But no, this is what he was going to do instead. Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Okay.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Não, eu quero sair. Eu mudei de ideia. Eu não quero mais esse no destino. Não, legião, só que os caras sabem do meu destino. Segundo player. Putz, esse narrador é épico.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
É muito assustador. Quero subir. Espero que você esteja... Quebrou. Droga. Espero que você esteja gostando desse jogo. Está disponível na Steam esse jogo.
Stanley walked
bom.
straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Fuga. Ah, vou escutar esse cara disso. Não, fechou a porta. Não quero mais. Ah. Talvez aqui seja o tal.
The lights rose in an enormous room packed
spoiler.
with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Provavelmente. Beautiful.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on the screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Nossa, que horror. Verdade é nada. Vai mudar mais? Ah, é o empregado 528. Deve ter acontecido alguma coisa com ele.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Eu fui manipulado? Ah, isso não.
No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Ok. Vontade imensa de ligar, mas eu tenho que seguir aí o que o narrador diz. Só depois posso seguir da boca. Vendinho. Ah, oh! Quebrei o jogo. Ué, eu quebrei mesmo? Lá? Ah, não! O que eu fiz? Vai lá. Tem alguma coisa ali. Escuridão.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes.
Oh.
He had won.
Okay.
He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Eu vou andar. Pesquisa. Acho que não vou falar nada. No final da história. Aqui vou eu.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Gostei desse final, hein? Final que ninguém sabe perder. Acabou. Bem, legião. Já tá dando tempo. Eu já vou. Vocês sabem que talvez eu não volte no ano que vem, essas coisas, fazendo vídeos, mas eu voltarei. Estou vivo ainda, saudável e estudando. Clique em gostei se gostaram do vídeo. Comenta o que estão achando desse jogo, das possibilidades que eu posso fazer, porque vocês viram que posso fazer vários finais muito estranhos. E se inscreva no canal se você não está no canal, claro. Sempre tem que se lembrar dessa parte. Porque todo mundo precisa de inscritos, pessoas que gostam, comente. Se não gostou, comente também. Não adianta você ficar falando, eu não gostei, perdi 5 minutos da minha vida. Por favor, né? Aí. Então, falou, Legião. Até a próxima. Aqui foi Starlink.